guys, it's Christy. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to talk to you again about 14-year-old JoJo Aragon. Um, there have still been no leads and no arrests made in his case. I made another video. If you haven't seen that, I would encourage you to go back and watch it. There is a playlist for JoJo. I will give you a quick overview of the case. Um, and then I want to just tell you more about who JoJo was. And this little guy, he has been on my mind and on my heart so much lately. This is really one of the saddest cases I've covered so far on my channel. Um, and I just, like I said, I want you to know who JoJo was, and I want somebody out there to just break their silence. Your silence is betraying this wonderful kid. Your silence is betraying his beautiful family. So, let me give you some of the specifics of the case. Like I said, for more in-depth coverage of the case, I would say go back and watch my first video. I did hear from a few of JoJo's family members after my first video, and they're so heartbroken, not just over the loss of this beautiful boy, but at the lack of information. And as we talk, you'll see why, there has to be information. So, authorities found JoJo deceased near a baseball field at the Southwest Rec Center in Denver on August 8th at 1:15 p.m., 2 days before JoJo's 15th birthday. Denver police are asking for the public's help in locating any suspects in the brutal murder, and it was brutal. JoJo was beaten, stabbed, and shot in broad daylight right by a rec center. The kids were still out of school. The rec center pool was open for their free swim period. People were coming and going from the rec center. There is a very nice neighborhood nearby. Let me show you a picture. You can get a better idea of what I mean. So you can see there's the rec center, you can see the pool, and you can see the baseball field. And JoJo was found on that sidewalk near the baseball field. And the subdivision is right there. And nobody heard anything, and nobody saw anything. And nobody even knows why JoJo was there. I'm not sure how far exactly it is from his home, but it is quite a distance. It's not somewhere that he would have been or should have been. His parents were quite concerned because they couldn't find him. So we don't even know why he was there. But this looks like it should have been a safe place, right? You have, a neighborhood of winding streets with 2-story houses, and you're right there at a rec center that is full of people coming and going for their free swim period, and a lifeguard that was just 20 something yards away said that he heard nothing. And it wasn't quiet. This boy was probably yelling, and whoever attacked him may have been too. There has to be some sort of surveillance footage somewhere. Somebody knows something. Somebody saw something. and somebody needs to come forward for this little boy and his family. So, like I said, today I want to talk about JoJo because I'm I'm team JoJo on this channel. It's as much, if not more, about who these victims were as it is about the crime that took them from us, from their family, from this world. So, all of the contact information for tips is in the description box below. You can remain anonymous. So I would encourage anybody, even if you think you heard something, you think you saw something, go ahead and call it in so it can be investigated. No tip is ever too small. If you saw him before this happened, if you saw him arriving in the area, if you saw a group of people in that area, anything, please just call it in, because your tip could be exactly what they need to lead them in the right direction, to find the monsters that did this to this precious little boy. And if your tip leads to them solving this, you are eligible for a $2,000 reward. But now let's learn about this wonderful little boy. So JoJo is described as goofy, spontaneous, intelligent, spiritual, and very family oriented. And you can tell on his Facebook, he's got pictures of his family, and you can just see how much love there was between all of them. He enjoyed being a teenager and relished in video games. He especially loved Madden and GTA. Mexican food was JoJo's favorite, but he would eat almost anything you put in front of him. Typical teenage boy, right? Including spaghetti and ranch, which I can't imagine, but apparently JoJo would even eat spaghetti and ranch. Then he would want what was on your plate, too. When grocery shopping was done and the groceries were unloaded, JoJo would be in the kitchen snacking on all the goodies brought from the store. And I can relate to this, especially when my boys were home. I would come in, would carry in all the bags, and they'd be sitting in the kitchen floor waiting to be put away. And they're like digging through and they're snacking on everything. And you'd think that, we hadn't had food in the house for a month. It was, it was always something to behold. His love and interest for physical activity was shown at an early age. At 2 years old, he was already doing more push ups than what most grown men could do, and most of the time, he did them one handed. His passion for physical activity was evident by his participation in multiple sports and activities such as football, wrestling, and boxing. He was an exceptional athlete, excelling in all that he did. When it came to music, JoJo was a Renaissance man, loving everything from oldies, 90s, current R&B, to old school country, and of course, new school rap. One of his favorite songs was Tennessee Whiskey by country legend George Jones. One could say JoJo was a lover of many things, but most of all, his family was his priority. He was a big brother to 4 siblings. JoJo's love for his sister began while she was still in the womb. He was just 1 year old when he would ask his mom to pick him up so he could rub her belly, comforting his baby sister. He always looked out for Annabelle, affectionately calling her sister. He was her protector and always was concerned about her. JoJo was faithful and loved his mom. He looked up to her for her joy, laughter, and resilience. JoJo found strength from the women in his life. His happiness was being surrounded by his family. He was the life of the party, full of energy, with a contagious smile. The joy he experienced and the laughter that he enjoyed and brought was treasured in the hearts of the people he touched. He sounds like he was amazing. I would love to have been in the presence of JoJo. I'm sure it was never a dull moment. And just hearing that description, you know his family misses him terribly. And to lose him in such a horrific manner, it just compounds the sadness. So please share this on your social media. Please share JoJo's story and let everybody know that whoever did this terrible thing to this precious boy, they're still out there. And if they are willing to do this to a 14-year-old boy in broad daylight, everybody's in danger. I mean, what wouldn't they do? So please share this. Share it on your social media. Share this flyer on your social media. Keep his story out there. Don't let JoJo be forgotten. Don't let this go unsolved. JoJo deserves justice. His family deserves justice. So let's do everything that we can as a community to make that happen. Give this a thumbs up so it'll boost it in the algorithm, and more people on YouTube will see this video and be able to learn about this tragedy. Like I said, share it, share it, share it. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would encourage you to do so. We are a small, growing community, but we're a great community. People in their comments, they're respectful, they're thoughtful, they're insightful, and I really enjoy interacting with you. So please keep the comments coming. And I just ask that you pray for JoJo's family to have the strength to carry on through this terrible time, through this investigation, and pray that the police and investigators get the information they need to put these people away for what they did. So, as always, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me to learn more about what a great kid JoJo Aragon was, and to help me spread awareness about his case. I really appreciate it. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one.